Hi guys, remember me, Chuy Hernandez from New Mexico. I had the pleasure of teaching you a little bit of what I do over here in Los Angeles. This is Timoteo Gonzalez that you're seeing. Obviously I'm behind the camera at this point in time. This Timoteo Gonzalez is in festivals you're gonna see him playing guitar with us all the time, but he's also a very fine vihuela player. He's got nice technique, a nice loose hand, and I wanted him to share some of his talent with you. We're going to start by him showing you the basic strokes that I taught you over there in New Mexico. This is for the benefit of the vihuela players, so that they can know how the vihuela should sound and the way it should be strummed. You're going to notice right now as I'm zooming in, Tello on his right hand, levanta poquito el dedo, he's got, no, hacia abajo poquito, attaboy. You notice he's got like a black finger pick, and that's what all vihuelas players use, only because a regular nail that you have, fingernail, does not last very long. So everybody has moved to this. Even the guy from Vargas uses this, and all you have to do is practice with it, and you're going to last a long time playing. So this is the reason why, technique-wise, right now we're going to show you how the vihuela should be strummed and what it should sound like. He's going to start with a basic down stroke. Para abajo, Tello, por favor. Lento. Good. Now he's going to go to the other basic hand move, Z stroke. Okay, I want you to notice what he's doing with the thumb. Enséñales un poquito cómo la uña del dedo gordo debe usarse. Now we're going to go to the other basic hand stroke, which is el caballito. Pop, 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 pop. Nice sound. You notice his hand is very relaxed. He doesn't tighten up whatsoever, and that's why I wanted him to share this with you. Now he's going to put them all together, and at the end he's going to add the redoble to give it the feel of a son jalisciense. Combínalos todos ellos y hasta el último haces el redoble.
Okay.
Abajo para el redoble. Beautiful. We're going to fade out a little bit. We're going to prepare for you, vihuela players, to make sure that you know all your major chords and your minor chords. So let me fade out a little bit, and we're going to be right back. Okay, here we are. Here we are once again. Notice the focus is on Tello's left hand. We're going to make sure that you know all your major chords. We're going to start with E major, and then E7, and he's going to take you to the whole circle, and at the end he's going to end up in E major once again. He's going to go real slow. Okay, if you do that, then you'll know that you know all your major chords. Now he's going to do the minor with E minor, and he's going to take it to the same circle, but in the minor keys. Okay, here we go. Con Mi menor, Tello, y luego segunda de La. do sostenido que sea menor. That's a major chord. He messed up right there. That was C sharp major. He's gonna do a minor.
Okay.
Okay, right there. It's okay. See. Segunda de fa sostenido. Okay, faltó la segunda de mi.
Oh, sorry.
After the B minor, which is that one right there, haz el C menor. Then you hit E7 and then back to E minor. Okay, he's a couple little goof ups there, but he everything is where it should be. Okay, we're gonna flip it, see if we can think of anything else that might help you. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna fade a little, and we'll be right back. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we are again. He's gonna show you now, just very basically, what the huapango should sound like in the vihuela. It's basically what I'm gonna show you in the guitar. So as you can see the way the hand goes. Dale un poquito huapango en E minor, por favor, dale. Notice the way his fingers lead. Was good. Now I share with you el joropo, which is basic rhythm that you use, like songs like La Viquina or La Gruta or songs of that sort. This is the joropo. Also, he's going to be using the E minor key. Joropo recta chicla. Okay. Well, what can we say? Very happy that Teo had something to show you. Hope it helps our vihuela players. The next segment will be with guitar, and I will be doing that for the rest of the students. But for now, we'd like to thank Timoteo González. Diles algo, Teo. Muchas Garcías or something.
Muchos. No, pues que aquí estoy para servirles y no pueden tener mejor maestro que Chuy Hernández. Así es que nos vemos el próximo año para allá y espero que hayan aprendido algo en esto, que les haya servido. Hasta luego.
See you later, alligator.
See you later, alligator.
Okay, here we are, continue to do we did the vihuela part already, now we're going to be working on the guitar. I'd like to remind all of you that before you sit down and start doing the exercises, you got to remember to tune up. You want to get your ear used to listening to your instrument while it's tuned, because if you get into the habit of playing or just going over the exercises with the guitar untuned, your ear might get used to it. So make sure you get a good tuner and tune up before you start doing the exercises. Another thing, the pick, whichever way you want to hold it, look for something that's comfortable for you, and make sure that the pick, you don't want to tighten it up. You don't want to grab it. You want to make sure that it's like an extension of your hand. Say like if it's another finger, an extension of your index finger. So you don't want to tighten it up. This way you can have more mobility in your right hand when you begin to play or to practice or whatever. Basically, we're going to be going over all the wrist exercises that we did over there in New Mexico. So we're going to begin by going up and down, beginning down, and then we're going to go up and down, beginning up, and then we're going to do the other one. So there's 3 basic rhythms that we're going to do. So let's get ready for that. So you can zoom in a little bit, please. Okay, here we're going to go. We're going to start going down, nice and slow. Remember, keep your hand over here, your elbow, everything, keep it as loose as you can. Think of either a rubber band, a spaghetti, or gel, or whatever, but don't tighten up. Keep it nice and loose. So here we go. Going down. Think of 1, 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, 3. Get warmed up. Okay, now we're gonna go up. Basically the same rhythm but going up. So you want to start with fingers. Basically like that. And then up. Okay, once again. And now we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Here we go. G major chord, because that's the most open chord and it's going to give you a nice resonance. So here we go, once again. Okay, we have one more rhythm left. We went down, we went up, now we're going to go the one that goes real slow. Is down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, now we're going to combine them all to make sure that your brain picks all of them up. Down, then up, and then this last one. Here we go. Fade out a little bit and prepare the next segment. Thank you for your attention, and we'll be back in a few seconds. That you have to accomplish on the guitar in order to play sonas. And as you probably can remember that we did an exercise based on the William Tell, the Lone Ranger. So what you want to do is go real slow and make sure you get that effect. And you might start something like this. Like and you can get a little bit faster as you become more fluent. Here we go. Again, slow and always gaining speed. Always gain the speed that you can handle. Never try to go faster than you might be able to, because you might get really kind of a muddy sound and no definition. You want to keep definition, especially in this part of the song, which is a redoble. remember, keep your hand nice and relaxed. Okay, now you got the feeling of the redoble, so what you want to do, this is basically the feeling of the redobles. Now you can combine a quarter note and then a redoble. Once again. Once again. Notice how my fingers strum the strings, the quarter note. Once again. Okay, so that's, now I'm going to add 2/8 notes, a quarter, redoble, and 2/8 notes. Okay. Okay. A little faster. A little faster. Again. Okay, I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add, it's going to be a quarter, the redoble, the 2/8 notes, and then 2 sets of triplets would be something like this. In other words, be tan, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That'd be great, but make sure, once again, do not go faster than you can handle, because you're going to sound muddy. You want to keep a nice and defined rhythm that you're playing. So as you gain speed, you can go like this. I use my fingers. Try to keep it nice and slow till you get some definition out of it. Okay, now we're going to go into the basic tempos that are played in mariachis. It's either 3/4 time, which is pum 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 pum. Another one is a corrido, pum 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 pum. The other one would be the bolero, which is pum 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 pum. And you want to make sure that when you're playing these tempos, that you probably will not have a bass player right with you right there. So if you have a metronome, it would be a nice idea to put the metronome and then practice with that. For example, 3/4 time would be something like pum pum. A nice way to get an even tempo would be to practice like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. In other words, you hit it 3 times, and after a while you omit the first hit, and you just do 2 and 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. The hits must be uniform. They cannot sound anything like this. Pump. That's totally erroneous. You gotta keep them uniform. Pum, pum, bass, 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 bass. Okay. oídos es pa, 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 y eso you could set a metronome pa, 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 and that'll give you a sense of the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you hit all the strings, remember, okay? That's the basic rhythm. The other one would be the bolero, which is pum, 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 pum. It's basic 8 notes, but you also have to keep them uniform. And think of the bass. The bass usually goes like this: pum, 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 pum. You want to make sure that you have accents on 3 and 4. You go like this: pum, 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 pum. Just have slight accents, so you will not either fall behind tempo or go ahead of tempo. It would be something like this. Metronome actually like that. Keep the hits nice and together. Don't let them get spread out. Something like this will be totally erroneous. It's too spread out. It sounds muddy. You want to keep it nice and tight and uniform. Another basic rhythm in mariachi, which is called a danza, and I guess danza would be something like what Linda Ronstadt recorded back in 1988. Would be like, hay unos ojos que si me miran. That's your basic danza. Si lo rimas, por favor. Okay, so it would be something like this. Pum. Bass would be like this. Pum, 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 pum. So we do the answer into the bass. Pum. Bum, 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 bum. You notice that my first hit is concise, and the second hit it uses the fingers a little. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Hay unos ojos que si me miran. Something like this. Bum. That's your basic danza. There's another tempo which is called a cha-cha, and this is something to get an effect of the bass would have to be going something like bum 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 bum. You would have to go like this. Down a little bit because it's a little more complicated than the other one. And this, of course, you can either call it a cha-cha rhythm or a danzón rhythm, which is danzones were played back, I believe, somewhere along the 50s, and this rhythm was very, very particular at that time. We're going to take a little break right now, and we'll come back. I'm going to prepare a little joropo for you, so something like la viquina and stuff like that. So I'll be back, so stick around. Okay, here we are once again. Now we're going to go into what's called a joropo. This is a basic rhythm that is used like in songs like La Gruta or La Viquina. Anything that's got that kind of rhythm always uses the basic joropo. And again, keep a G major chord, which is a very nice open chord with a lot of resonance. So we want to, we're going to be using this kind of a hit. Sure that you want to make sure you practice this first, something like this. notice on my hand, I hit it with a pick, and then automatically this part of the hand stops the resonance of the strings. So you want to practice this before you get into the joropo to make sure that you're gonna be able to stop all the strings from making any sound at all. Then, once you get the hang of that, then we can start going into, we're going to do 3 groups of 8 notes, ta 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 ta. And the third 8th note, we're going to use the apagón. This is the apagón. So when I say apagón, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ta ta ch, ta ta ch, ta ta. Okay. To it. I'll go real slow. Please notice when I begin the phrase, my fingers do slide a little bit ahead of my hand. Slow, because once your brain picks up the rhythm pattern, you'll be able to execute it a little bit faster. So you might start slow like this. Fingers. Faster. Always on one, you use your fingers. Like a one, there's where you use the fingers again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Remember, keep your hand relaxed, and in a way you can think of this as a kind of a locomotive, really, because the way it begins nice and slow and then begins to gather speed. So you might think of it that way. Now, there I'm stopping there because the phrase comes to an end right there, and then we begin another phrase. Accomplish is to put all the phrases together with no gaps, no stops at all. So I think later down the line, when you gain knowledge and control of your basic rhythms, you can start adding other things. You know, being creative with your own rhythmic. In a sense, identity. You can put in your own embellishments, something like of course, I have to say that basically mariachi, the guitar, the role of the guitar in a mariachi is to basically establish a nice solid tempo for the vihuela player, because basically the vihuela player is the one that has to be more creative, and there's nothing wrong with you also being creative. You can also, you know, try to help a vihuela player if he's not as creative as you, but always be as solid as you can in tempo. Always keep a good tempo, and that way the vihuela can rely on you as he's trying to create some kind of rhythm patterns. Okay, so it's basically when you practice, I think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and always think that on 1, that's where you have to use your fingers. Okay, and don't forget to practice, of course. Okay. Another basic rhythm within the joropo would be something like this. That's more of a 6/8 feel, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, of course, you have to stop the strings. So on 1, you stop the resonance of the strings, and on the other side of 3, you also stop the resonance. 1 you have to stop like this, and the other one like this. This one's a little tougher. Basically, it's more for vihuelas, but guitar can also learn it. You can go like this. Notice my hand, this part of the fingers here are the ones that have to stop the resonance when it's going up. Where down, you know how to do that one already. It's kind of hurt at the beginning because you have to develop a little bit of a callus, but you know, you can dedicate a little part of your practice session every day to something different to make sure that you encompass everything that I'm trying to teach you. So go at your own pace. Don't think that you have to do everything on one day. Take one item at a time and work on it, and when you're ready to go to the next step, then go to the next step. That's what the video's for. It's not for you to have to say, oh, I gotta do everything today. Work at your own pace. Everybody's got a different pace, and don't let anyone tell you you're going too slow or you're going too fast or whatever. Whatever you feel comfortable with, that's your pace. So back again. Basic. Fade away and prepare the next segment, which is the wapango, and I'm sure you want to learn that. So hold on a second, we'll be right back. Okay, we're now going to cover the wapango, and these are like basic rhythms that you use, like it sounds like La Malagueña or Cucurucucu Paloma, and it's just a basic rhythm that you want to learn. And once again, get your G chord nice and open, and we'll try. This is what it's supposed to sound like, and then we'll dissect it. Okay, so here we go. Wapango time. Zoom in a little bit more, right there, and you're going to see the hand movement. I'm going to try to dissect the rhythm as slow as possible. We're going to begin by doing this. Okay, notice that my fingers are preceding, they're kind of leading my hand. To that, we're now going to add 2 eighth notes. Once again. Once again. Once again. Good. Once again. Okay, that's the first part of the phrase. The second part of the phrase will be like tan taka tan ta chak. So it should sound something like tan 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 tan, and then chan taka tan ta chanka. So this is the first part. Second part. Once again. Once again. Notice the hand movement. Okay. Once again. One more time. Okay, that's the second part of the phrase. The first part again. Second part. First again. Second part. Now together. Now do real slow. Would be something like La Malagueñas in E minor. Qué bonitos ojos practice nice and slow till you can gain speed. Make sure that you look at the video several times if you need to look at it so that you can get the right hand movements. First phrase, second part. Once again. Together. Needless to say, all these rhythms that I'm showing you, I'm doing it by myself. There's no bass accompaniment. So the next segment I'm going to be doing at the place where I work, I'm going to get my bass player and myself, and we're going to do all the basic rhythms that I taught you in this session, and you'll be able to feel what it sounds like with a bass accompaniment, because it's basically always a synchronized association really between you and the bass. You and the bass always have to be together. And of course, I'm talking about vihuela players too. There's basically guitarron, there's a guitar and the vihuela. Together, you must be always together in sync. So the next segment, I will include the bass player, and we're gonna go into some of the songs that I told you I was going to include. Okay guys, here we are at Celito Lindo. This is Pedro Torres, basically plays vihuela with the Mariachi Sol de Mexico. Now he's going to do us the honor of playing a little bass. We're going to be going over the basic rhythms that I taught you in the other part of the video. And we're going to start with a 3/4 time in G major. Dale, re, mi, fa, sol. Okay, that's the way it should sound. A uniform tempo, always following the bass. Now we're going to go into 2/4, slow 2/4. Boom, sol.
hacer el corrido, we're going to go to a fast 2/4. Okay, you notice he's listening to me and I'm listening to him. It's going to be both ways so you can be as tight as you possibly can. Now we're going to go into bolero, which is the romantic songs, el bolero. No, puro sol, ahí va. Notice that on 3 and 4, I'm giving a small accent to make sure that I keep things as tight as possible. Otra vez. Okay, now we're gonna go into el danzón. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's el danzón. We have talked about that before. We are now going to do el joropo, which is a basic rhythm that we do with la viquina and stuff like that. 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna do el guapango. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're gonna do the basic exercise I taught you right at the beginning, but with a bass. Vamos por tresillo solo, si, re, 1, 2, 3. Okay, those are your 3 basic rhythms. Now I'm gonna add the redoble. Okay, vamos a hacer para arriba y para abajo, y luego la otra vez que sigue para arriba y para abajo, y luego el macheteado y luego ya con redoble. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's more or less your basic rhythms, and that's the way it should sound with a bass. You can fade and then press stop. We'll see in a little while. We're going to do a little bit more for you. Pedro Torres, vihuela player here at Sol de Mexico. In the center, our official bass player, Filiberto Ramirez, and one of our violinists, Jose Luis Salinas, one of the teachers over there in New Mexico. We're going to be playing. We're going to play 3 songs. We're going to start with La Negra, then we're going to do La Malagueña, which was another request, and there was a special request for El Becerro. So we're going to do those 3, and that should give you plenty to think about, okay? So we're going to start with El Son de La Negra. Here we go, La Negra. he's gonna try anyway. El becerro en F major. Sale. Thank you, Luis.
Thank you.
Thank you to
Thank
Beto.
you.
Thank you to Pedro. And to me, whatever. Hold on a second. We're gonna fade out.
Añitos.